I'm David from Stroud Homes Brisbane East, here to talk to you today about the knockdown rebuild process. So, you found a house and land that you love. The house is terrible, but the block is a gem. What do you do next? What we recommend is a site inspection from one of the Stroud staff. We'll assess the site, we'll look at the overlays, we'll look at the fall of the land, we'll look at the orientation of the land, we'll look at the house that needs to get knocked down, and give you some feedback around all of those factors and come up with a quote to basically get you to hand us the keys to the old house and we'll hand you the keys to the new house. So what actually happens with the knockdown rebuild? Obviously the house gets knocked down, but it's not that simple. First of all, there's an application that needs to go into council, a building approval. Funnily enough, even though the house is being knocked down, there is an approval. This is just to check that there's no heritage overlays or character overlays where the house isn't allowed to get knocked down. Once we have this approval from council, we'll cap the services. So electrical, water, data, sewer. They all need to be capped at the property boundary just to make sure that everything is safe for the demolition crew to proceed. Now this might sound relatively easy with the water, turn the water off at the meter. It might sound easy like that, but with the sewer, it's not just disconnecting the sewer right next to the house, it's actually where the sewer meets the council infrastructure. So that could be quite a far away from the house. It basically means that a plumber needs to undertake that work so that no refuse or demolition material will go down that sewer and block the council infrastructure. The electrical, as funny as that sounds, obviously it does need to go. If it's an overhead feed, we may put a temporary site pole on so our workers building the new house have power, or we may decide to run off generators if there's not enough size on the site for the temporary power pole. So with the data, it's relatively easy. We cap it at the closest comms pit just at the property boundary, and then we put a new lead in for the house for the new comms to be run. So that's the process of the demolition. There are certain regulatory bodies that all of these things need to go through, and that's why it does take some time. And if you're not 100% sure on what you're doing and when you're doing it, it can take some time. But lucky you've got Stroud on your side. So we've got everything capped, house is knocked down, beautiful. What do we do next? Okay, we do a soil test to make sure that the soil under the house is the same as the rest of the property, and then it's just like a new build. Same as any other build, we do the construction just as normal. And then you get to enjoy your new Stroud home. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching. Take care.